Namaste children. So in our previous period, we were discussing the lesson, The Girl Who Was Anne Frank, right? Written by Louis de Jong. Louis de Jong is a Dutch historian and novelist. So this lesson is written by him. Then who is this Anne Frank that we have seen in our previous period? Anne Frank was a Jew. Okay, Anne Frank was a Jew. She was the daughter of Otto Frank. Then she was just 13 years old when she wrote this diary. This lesson is about the diary written by Anne Frank, how it changed the views of German people. See, in 1933 in Germany, a change came. It was relating to the political field of Germany, political status of Germany. Hitler came to power. He was a dictator and he has established a party called Nazi Party. Then what happened? This person, Hitler, he had lots of hatredness towards the Jews, and he thought that for all the problems in Germany, it was Jews who were reasons. That's why he decided to kill the Jews, and to kill the Jews, he adopted many cruel ways. So the Jews were sent to the concentration camps. ಇವರನ್ನ ಟ್ರಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ರಂತೆ. ಟ್ರಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಟ್ರಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಟಲ್ ಅನ್ನ, ಶೀಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸಾಗಿಸುವಂತಹ ಟ್ರಕ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆ ಟ್ರಕ್ಕಿಗೆ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ವಿಂಡೋ, ಒಂದು 10 ಜನ ಕುತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತಹ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ 50ರಿಂದ 60 ಜನರನ್ನ ಕೂಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋರು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಕಷ್ಟದ ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋರು, ಇವರಿಗೆ ಪಾಯ್ಸನಸ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇಂದ ಕೊಲ್ಲೋರು, ಸ್ಲೋ ಪಾಯ್ಸನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರನ್ನ ಕೊಂದು ಹಾಕುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ತಿಂಡಿಗೆ ಸರಿ ಕೊಡ್ದೇನೆ ಸಾಯಿಸೋದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಚಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸರಿಯಾದ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಕೊಡ್ದೇನೆ ಚಳಿಯಿಂದ ಸಾಯಿಸೋದು. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಶೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಮಾಸ್ ಶೂಟ್ ಔಟ್ ನಡೀತಿತ್ತಂತೆ. 100-200 ಜನರನ್ನ ಒಟ್ಟೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗಾಗಿ ಗುಂಡು ಹೊಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದು. ಸೊ ಕ್ರುಯಲ್ಟಿಯ ಹೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೇ Hitler started to kill the Jews. Otto Frank, even though he was a German, he was well-established banker in Germany. He went to Netherlands. Okay, it was hospitable for the visitors. So he settled down there. Then he started a business, and he took Van Damme, Mr. Van Damme, as his partner. Then, when in 1940, when Hitler invaded Netherlands also, they went in hiding. Okay, so they hid themselves in an annex built by Otto Frank. So he had got far-sightedness. What will happen in the future and what is the solution for that? So he was a person with far-sightedness. Duradrishti iruvanತಹ ಮನುಷ್ಯರು. He had planned the place where they have to hide. Okay, when it comes, when the time comes, he thought that they also have to go for hiding. Okay, so they hid themselves in an annex. It was built in the same building where his office used to be. Then what happened? They also, after 3 months, 4 months, Van Damme also went into hiding. Then they also gave place for shelter for who? A dentist. So 8 people were there. There was no connection with the world. They had not got any connection with the world. Only 4 courageous the employees of the 4 courageous workers of Otto Frank. Okay, they used to provide them food, newspaper and all, and some writing material. And also children, there was a radio and 1 cat was there. So they have to be very careful. They could not speak also loudly. That was the problem. Then about Otto Frank, he was a nice person, very gentleman. He was very gentle. So he was loved by his workers also. They loved him so much that once he had to cut down their salary, so even that crucial time also they did not leave him, they worked for him. So that type of person Otto Frank was. He loved his children very much, Margot and Anne Frank. Anne Frank were his children, no? He loved them very much and he knew the importance of giving education to them. Okay. Then, uh, yes, so Anne Frank loved her father very much. So she what explains, she expresses her love for her father in her diary, and quite she was irritated by her mother because her mother used to harp, right? So she was a real problem child, means she was not regular with her studies. She was not interested in academics. Studies ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಳಿಗೆ interest ಇಲ್ಲ. She was very much talkative. So she used to what connect herself with the emotions of the people who surrounded her. She always used to be there in the group of chattering girls. So that's why this Anne Frank is considered as a real problem child. ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಸ್ಟಡೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಾಗ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮನಿಗೆ ಒಂದ್ ರೀತಿ ಭಯ ಇರ್ತದೆ. So they consider their children as problematic, right? So that's why Anne Frank is here referred what a real problem child. So then when she was in the annex, no, when they went for hiding, no, there she wrote this diary. So this diary was presented to her by her father on her 13th birthday. So this much we have learned. So a songbird in that part, no children, songbird in hiding, in that part I have skipped that day. I have skipped one passage. So now we will go through that passage and we will go through the next part of the lesson. Okay. So this part, this first paragraph number 10 we have completed, 11 half was completed. They were 8 hunted people. Any sound, any light might betray their presence. A tenuous link means very small link. A tenuous link with the outside was provided by the radio and by 4 courageous members of Otto Frank's staff. 2 of them were typists who in secret brought food, magazines, books. The only other company they had was a cat. While in hiding, Anne decided to continue a diary which her parents had given her on her 13th birthday. She described life in the annex with all its inevitable tensions and quarrels, but she created first and foremost a wonderfully delicate record of next page. Yes. So, record of adolescence, sketching with complete honesty a young girl's thoughts and feelings, her longing and loneliness. I feel like a songbird whose wings have been brutally torn out and who is flying in utter darkness against the bars of its own cage. She wrote when she had been isolated from the outside world for nearly 16 months. 2 months later, she had filled every page of the diary. A small book bound in tartan cloth, and one of the typists, Meek, gave her an ordinary exercise book. Later, she used Margot's chemistry exercise book. Okay, so this girl has recorded what she has written, children, in the diary. She has written about the feelings of a young girl. See, they have told here. So she has created a delicate record. First and foremost, delicate record of what, children? Delicate record of adolescence. Adolescence means the age through which now you are going. Okay. So adolescence, teenage. Then sketching with complete honesty a young girl's thoughts. See, these young children, especially young girls, they will have their own feelings. No, so these young girls' thoughts means young girls usually they will feel what, children? Shy to express their feelings because usually their feelings are not accepted, right? ಸೊ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಅನಿಸಿದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಹಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ರೈಟ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಯಾರು ಆನೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಮೇ ಬಿ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದೇಯರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲವ್ ಆರ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಅಬೌಟ್ their feelings about what, children? The next gender. So that honestly the girls cannot say because it is not considered as right at that particular age. But still the girls come up with that feeling. No, so this girl has honestly expressed, has written everything about the girls' feelings there, young girls' feelings. Then her longing and loneliness. What did she want? Here longing means what, children? Her demands or her wishes. You can write down if you do not know. Longing means her wishes. Then loneliness, you know. I feel like a songbird whose wings have been brutally torn out and who is flying in utter darkness against the bars of its own cage. See here, she calls herself a songbird. Now you know what type of girl she was, what kind of girl was she. That you have learnt now already. She was very talkative, very active. She was always surrounded by a group of chattering girls. She used to be connected with the feelings of her neighbors or the people who lived around her, right? So this girl, now she calls her as what, children? A songbird. So this songbird, what has happened to her? Whose wings have been brutally torn out and who is flying in utter darkness against the bars of its own cage. Papa. She wrote when she had been isolated from the outside world for nearly 16 months, means almost 1.5 years. Okay. Then 2 months later, she had filled every page of the diary. Nobody our diary and that diary was her friend. Then what happened? See, 16 months, 2 months later, she had filled every page of the diary, a small book bound in a tartan cloth. We'll show you the picture of tartan cloth later. And one of the typists, me, gave her an ordinary exercise book. Later, after completing that book, she took Margaret's chemistry exercise book to write her feelings. Okay, so tartan cloth, it is a woolen cloth, children. So let us see its a picture. Answer. Yes, see, this is tartan cloth. So you can find the strips, no? Horizontal and vertical strips are there. So it is a kind of woolen cloth. So in this type of cloth, means in this type of cloth material, that diary was bound. Okay. Yes. Next. Next is courageous leader. Next paragraph we have learned that day itself. So next 2 paragraphs are there, no? So what she has written in that diary, that is told there, that is written there. Her feelings about her mother. She did not like her mother, and also her feelings or her jealousy about her sister. She was a bit jealous about her sister because she was considered as a promising child. So that is recorded there. Then also her feelings about 17 years old son of whom? Van Damme. Okay, he was a 17-year-old boy. So what type of feelings she had about him. So that is written there. Then also her courage and her ideas about what children, the future, what type of life she wanted to lead. About that also she had written in a very matured manner. Then also she has written some fake names. She had written a list of fake names because she wanted to publish her diary. She wanted to become a journalist like, novelist like, and that's why to write what if anything happens to her, then her that fake names should be used to what publish it as a novel. That's why she had even written the fake names list also there. Then what happened, children? She did not like to share her feelings with anybody here. That's why she used to keep her diary very secretly, and she requested her father, and he had allowed her to keep her diary in his briefcase. He never read her diary. He was a gentle person. He had belief in his daughters. Okay, he was a very gentle person. He had belief in his daughters. Okay, that's why he never read that diary. Okay, before means till the death of his daughter. So let us see what happens in the next paragraph. So here in this paragraph, children, courageous leader. One stop here. So we'll talk to you once. So Preeti, may I
Yes,
speak?
Mataji.
Yes. Listening, very
Yes, Mataji.
understanding.
हाँ.
Did you get the meanings of all the difficult words there?
हाँ. Mataji barely means.
That I will tell them because I have not read that paragraph. No, I have written the meanings there here on the board. Okay. Then next, Sahana. Sahana.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes. Understanding the lesson.
Yes, Mataji.
Understanding. Okay, very nice. Is there any difficult word left for
Yes,
which?
Mataji.
Is there any difficult word left, Marie?
No, Mataji.
Good, nice.
No, Mataji.
Yes, yes. Dhruva. Yes. Do you have any doubt so far?
No, Mataji.
No. Okay. So, how is the lesson? Did you like the lesson which is covered so far? Okay, good. Yes. Then Anish.
Mataji.
Okay. Understanding?
Yes.
Any doubts?
No, Mataji.
No doubt. Okay. Then what about Anurag? Anurag,
Mataji.
any doubt?
No, Mataji.
Did you like the lesson?
Mataji.
Okay, good. Yeah. Then next, Soumya Hegde.
Yes, Mataji.
Any doubt, Marie?
No, Mataji, no doubt.
Are you impressed by this girl and Frank?
Yes, Mataji, very much.
You very much. Okay, good. Yes, thank you. Then next, Nikhil Hegde.
Yes, Mataji.
Any doubt, Marie?
No, Mataji.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Pratham Pandit.
Yes, Mataji.
Understanding the lesson.
Yes.
Okay, good. Yes, last I will talk to Yashaswini.
Mataji.
Yes, understanding, Marie?
Yes, Mataji.
Did you like this Anne Frank?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Let us continue the lesson. Huh? So in the next paragraphs, we are going to learn about the the situation in the concentration camp. How Anne Frank, what children spent her life there. How she proved to be a courageous leader. ಅಲ್ವಾ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಏನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಉಂಟಾಟಿಕೆ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇನಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇನಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಲೀಡರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಓನ್ಲಿ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದೆಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ಲೀಡ್ ದೆಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ರೈಟ್ ವೇ. ಸೊ ಪುಂಡಾಟಿಕೆ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ತಪ್ಪಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಎಂಜಾಯ್, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ you should keep yourself safe. That is one thing. Then another thing is, children, so while doing mischievous activity, no, you should see that you are not hurting anybody's feelings. ಯಾರದೇ ಫೀಲಿಂಗಿಗೆ ಹರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ದೇನೆ, with all respect to your elders, your friends, and your younger brothers or sisters, or means peer group also, how you should be. You should be means you should respect their feelings, their thoughts. So if you are doing like that, that means what, children? You are in a right way, and mischievous activities will be always forgiven. Okay, the children who are very active, no, in this age, they will prove to be successful in their future, even though they are not very good in their academics. So the thing is, you should be very active, first of all. And while doing mischievous activity, you should see that you are not hurting anybody's feeling. So that should be taken care. So how this Anne Frank, see, ಎಷ್ಟು ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಲಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರದ್ದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರಕ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತಂತೆ, ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಿಗೆ ಹೋದಂತಹ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಇವ್ರದ್ದು. ವೆರಿ ಅನ್ಫಾರ್ಚುನೇಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇವ್ರ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಿಗೆ ಹೋದ ನಂತರ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. 1940 ಅಲ್ವಾ, 1942 ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದು. ನಂತರ ಜರ್ಮನಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ವಾರ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ killing the Jews, it came to an end. Unfortunately, what happened? Anne Frank, her sister, and her parents, okay, what happened? They were the last group of people who went to concentration camp, who were sent to the concentration camp. So very unfortunate. ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಪಾಪ, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಎನಿಹೌ ಅವಳು ಆ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ಸಾಯ್ದೋ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅವಳ ಡೈರಿ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ತಿತ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ. ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ರೂಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾಜೀಸು ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಏನಿತ್ತು ಹೇಳೋದು ಜನರ ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಿತ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ. ಎನಿಹೌ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, she had to become the victim of what, children? The cruelty of Nazis. Okay, let us see what happens in the next paragraph. Yes, see, courageous leader. On August 4, 1944, Papa, nodri, 1944, on August 4, 1944. So, last entry in Anne Frank's diary is on August 1st, children. August 1st, 1944 ಗೆ ಅವಳದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಉಂಟು. ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಗುರ್ತಿರೋರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅವರು ಬದುಕಿ ಬಂದು ಅವಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬರೆದಿರುವಂತಹ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್. ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಿಸ್, ನೋ, it is not written by her, because last entry in her diary by her is on 1st of August 1944. See here, children, on August 4, 1944, 1 German and 4 Dutch Nazi policemen suddenly stormed upstairs. How the secret of the annex had been revealed is not known. "Where are your money and jewels?" they shouted. Mrs. Frank and Mrs. Van Dam had some gold and jewelry. It was quickly discovered. Looking round for something to carry it in, one of the policemen noticed Otto Frank's briefcase. He emptied it onto the floor, barely giving a glance at the notebooks. Then the people of the annex were arrested. See, barely means what, children? Almost not. So this word barely has got different meanings, and in every concept means context, on the basis of the context in which it is used, no, we have to take its meaning. Here barely means what, children? Almost not. See, on 4th of August 1944, one German Nazi policeman and 4 Dutch Nazi policemen, they entered the annex. Okay, how the secret that they were hidden in this one, no, what the annex, that is not known. How that secret was revealed, that is not known. They came in, they asked Mrs. Frank and Mrs. Van Dam, okay, to give their jewelry. They collected everything and they searched some bag like, okay, to carry those jewelry and money. They searched, and finally they got this briefcase of Otto Frank. So Anne used to keep her diary in the briefcase of Otto Frank, no? So he poured the things on the earth or on the ground there. Then he took the briefcase. So this is what happened on that day. So he did not observe what was written in that notebook or in that diary. If the police officer had checked it, no, then he would have been destroyed it there itself. But anyhow, it was what? That situation was lucky, and what happened? Anne Frank's diary was saved. Okay, so let us check what happens later. Yes. So, in the beginning of September, while the Allied arms were rapidly approaching the Netherlands, the Franks and Van Dams and the dentist were carried in the cattle trucks to Auschwitz, the Nazi death camp in southern Poland. So, Poland, it is a neighboring country of Germany. See, neighbor of Germany in Second World War. Germany, it invaded Poland. It became the cause for Second World War. Immediate cause for Second World War was invasion of Germany on Poland. Okay, so Poland, it was allied with England, United States, England and France, but Germany invaded it and occupied it. It became the immediate cause for Second World War. See, this Auschwitz, it is a place in southern part of Poland, and here there was a concentration camp. Otto Frank and his family members with Van Dams and that dentist was there, no, in their annex. They were taken to the concentration camp here in Auschwitz. Then the Nazis separated Otto Frank from his wife and daughters without giving them time to say farewell. Mrs. Frank, Anne and Margaret were marched into the women's part of the camp, where Mrs. Frank died from exhaustion. The Van Dams and the dentist too lost their lives. See here. So, when they were taken to Auschwitz, no, to the concentration camp, they were separated. Otto Frank was the only man of that family, no. So he was separated. Women and children were kept in a separate camp. So they were not allowed to say bye-bye also, goodbye also. So they were separated in a very cruel manner. Then what happened? This Otto Frank's wife, Anne's mother, she died because of exhaustion. Exhaustion means she was too tired. She was afraid. She was too tired. Exhaustion means what, children? Being too tired. So she lost her life because of that tiredness, exhaustion. Then what happened? Dentist also died and Van Dams also died. But who is remaining now? It is Anne Frank and Margaret. Yes. See, Anne proved to be a courageous leader of her small Auschwitz group. When there was nothing to eat, she dared to go to the kitchen to ask for food. She constantly told Margaret never to give in. Okay, so never to give in. Once she passed hundreds of Hungarian Jewish children who who were standing naked in freezing rain, waiting to be led to the gas chambers, unable to grasp the horrors inflicted upon them in the world of adults. Oh, look their eyes, she whispered. See, she proved herself to be a courageous leader. No, I have told no children. So they were not given any food. No, she was. What did she do? She dared to go. She took courage and she went to the kitchen and she used to ask for food. Then what happened? She also told her sister Margaret never to give in. Okay. So here to give in means what, children? Give in means accepting defeat or stopping fighting and arguing. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಗಲ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಫೈಟ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಜೀವವನ್ನ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಕೂಡ ಒಂದ್ ರೀತಿ ಫೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಆ ವಿಲ್ ಪವರ್ ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ, ಅದನ್ನ ಕಳ್ಕೋಬೇಡ. ನೆವರ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಇನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್? ಟು admit defeat or to stop arguing or fighting. So she told her sister not to give in. Then once she found hundreds of children, Hungarian children, children of Hungary. Hungary is a nation. No, Hungary is a nation. From that nation, hundreds of Jewish children were taken and they were standing naked, means they were not wearing any clothing. See, you can imagine, no, Poland, Germany, all these countries, they lie in a temperate region and very chilly cold. It was the month of September. ಸೊ ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿಂಟರ್ ಸೀಸನ್. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಚಳಿ ಬೀಳುವಂತದ್ದು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ 4 ಡಿಗ್ರಿಗಿಂತನೂ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್. ಸೊ ಅಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಚಳಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಟ್ ದೀಸ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ವರ್ ಮೇಡ್? ದೇ ವೇರ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನೇಕೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಲೈನ್. ಯಾವ್ದ್ರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಅವರನ್ನ ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು? ಟು ಲೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪ್. ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಚೇಂಬರ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಲೋ ಪಾಯ್ಸನಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಒಂದೇ ಸಲ ಸಾಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಬೈ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ನರಳಿ ಸಾಯ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಆ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಚೇಂಬರ್ಗೆ ಇವರನ್ನ ಕ್ರೂಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪಾಪ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ದೇ ಕುಡಂಟ್ ಈವನ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡನ್ ವಿತ್ ದೆಮ್. ತಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಪಾಪ. ಅಷ್ಟು ಸಣ್ಣ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅವರನ್ನ ನೇಕೆಡ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಲ್ಸಿ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ರೂಯಲ್ ಇರಬಹುದು ನಾಜೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್. ಹಿಟ್ಲರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಮೆನ್, hundreds of children were standing in a line waiting to be led, okay, into the gas chamber. They didn't know what these cruel adults are doing with them. So she looked their eyes and she whispered, look at their eyes. Okay, andre ashtu she was touched by that situation. Okay, the cruelty of that situation, it touched her heart that much. Okay, yeah, let us see the next paragraph. Yes, see here children. Later in the autumn, she and her sister were transported to another camp, Belzin, between Berlin and Hamburg. Again, she was taken to Germany. Berlin, it is the capital city of what children? Germany, no? So she was from Auschwitz. Now with her sister, she was shifted to Belzin, between Berlin and Hamburg. A close friend saw her there, cold and hungry, her head shaved and her skeleton-like form draped in the coarse, shapeless, striped garb of the concentration camp. She was pitifully weak, her body racked by typhoid fever. She died early in March 1945, a few days after Margaret. Both were buried in a mass grave. Very sad. See, this Anne Frank, you have seen, no? Sir, Anand sir. Stop. So this Anne Frank with her sister Margot, she was shifted to another concentration camp. No, so she was what type of girl was she? She was means she loved clothing very much, right? Different types of clothing she wanted to wear. She wanted to look very pretty always. She used to what? Wear nice clothing. Then she used to keep her always smiling. She was a very attractive girl. She might never wanted, okay, she might have never wanted to wear that type of clothing. Garb here means what, children? So here I have written the meaning of garb, children. Clothing especially of a distinct kind. ಆ ತರದ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗೂ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ. So garb, so it was a uniform like used in concentration camp. The people who lived in concentration camp, no, for them that might of that type of clothing may be given. So that is garb. Then ragged means what, children? Caused to suffer. So she was very weak. She was very thin. She was very weak. Her head was shaved. ನೋಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅವಳ ಮೊದಲಿನ ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಹೆಂಗೆ ಪುಟ್ಟದ ಎರಡು ಜುಟ್ಟ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಮಗು ಅದು, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಆ ಏಜಿಗೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಅವಳ ತಲೆಯನ್ನ ಕೂದಲನ್ನ ತೆಗೆಯೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ದುಃಖ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್. ಸೊ ಹರ್ ಹೆಡ್ ವಾಸ್ ಶೇವ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಟು ಕ್ರೂಯಲ್, her head was shaved, children. She was draped, means wrapped in that type of garb. Then she was very thin. She was suffering from typhoid fever. Then what happened? Her friend saw her in this type of what, children? Situation. Then what happened? In 1945, in the month of March, she died. Before her death, Margot also had died. Margot died maybe in the month of December or November. 1944 ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ 1945 ಜನವರಿದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ಗಾಟ್ ಸತ್ತಿದ್ದು. ಅವಳು ತೀರ್ಕೊಂಡು ತಿಂಗಳು 2 ತಿಂಗಳೊಳಗಡೆ ಆನ್ ಫ್ರಾಂಕ್ ಕೂಡ ತೀರ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾಳೆ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಡೆಡ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಈಸ್ ಬರೀಡ್ ಇನ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಗ್ರೇವ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಜರ್ಮನಿದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಿನ ಹತ್ರ ಭೂಮಿಯನ್ನ ಅಗದ್ರೆ ಮೂಳೆಗಳ ರಾಶಿ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಜನ 150 ಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ಜನರನ್ನ ಒಟ್ಟೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ, ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಜನರನ್ನ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕೊಲ್ತಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಅವರನ್ನ ಒಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಬರಿ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸೊ ವೆರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂಚೂರು ಹ್ಯುಮ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ದಿರುವಂತವ್ರು. ದೇ ಆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಇನ್ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಮ್ಯಾನರ್, ಹೌದಾ? ಪಾಪ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿ ಆ ಹುಡುಗಿ who wanted to live life, who had very good dreams. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಬದುಕಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆಸೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ನಾವು ಬದುಕ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೇವೆ, ನಾವು ಜೀವ ದೇವರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಒಟ್ರಾಶಿ ನಾವು ಬದುಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೇವೆ. ನಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದಂತಹ ಕನಸಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರತಿ ಕ್ಷಣವನ್ನ ನಾವು ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರತಿ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡೋರು ರೇರ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಿಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 25ರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ರಿಂದ ಇಬ್ರು. At any situation, they enjoy their life. They will have what? Lots of confidence. They will be very optimistic. Our Anne Frank was that type of girl. So, ಅವಳ ತಲೆ ಕೂದಲನ್ನ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ತೆಗೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಯಾಡ್, ಹೌದಾ? ಅವಳನ್ನ ಆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದೇ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಪ್ರಿಟಿ ಗರ್ಲ್, she died in the month of March in the year 1945. So now let us see what happens later. So this was observed by whom? Her friend, her close friend, who was brought to concentration camp, who was brought to concentration camp. She saw Anne Frank in that condition. Anne Frank died, but her friend did not die. That's why did not die. Okay, that's why she could give this much information about Anne Frank. Yes. Next. Yes. In Auschwitz, Otto Frank had managed somehow to stay alive. Okay. Then he was freed early in 1945 by the Russians, and in the summer he arrived back in liberated Amsterdam. A friend had told him that his wife had died, but he kept on hoping that Anne and Margot would return. After 6 weeks of waiting, means 1.5 months, after 6 weeks of waiting, he met someone who had to tell him that both had perished. It was only then that me, his former typist, handed him Anne's diaries. Answer? Okay. So anyhow, Otto Frank did not die, even though Marga and Anne's mother died. No, Otto Frank managed to be alive. He came back to Amsterdam. Okay, Amsterdam. It is the capital city of Netherlands. No, very beautiful city. ಹೌದಾ Amsterdam. So ಆ ಆಮ್ಸ್ಟರ್ಡ್ಯಾಮಿಗೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದ. ಅವನ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಇತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಬಂದ. That time it was liberated. Means Germans were defeated. No, 1945 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜರ್ಮನಿ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ನೆಲ ಕಚ್ಚಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಹಿಟ್ಲರ್ ಸುಸೈಡ್ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಸುರಂಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಸುಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾನೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಹಿಟ್ಲರ್. ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ರಷ್ಯನ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು. ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದ. ಅಂಡ್ somebody told him that his wife had died. He waited for Margaret and Anne for 1.5 months. Okay, then what happened, children? He got news from somebody that she too had been died. They too, both of them had been died. Perished means here what? Collapsed, died, destroyed. Okay, so that information he got after 1.5 months. Then what happened? This Meep was there. No, Meep ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು? ಟೈಪಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅವಳು. ಅವಳು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಏನನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಆ ಆನಿನ ಡೈರಿಯನ್ನ she handed it over to Otto Frank, the father of Anne Frank. Meep also didn't read it. Meep ಏನಾರು ಅದನ್ನ ಓದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಅವಳು ಅದನ್ನ ಸುಟ್ಟಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತಿದ್ಲೇನು. ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ಟೈಪಿಸ್ಟ್. ಹೌದಾ ಮೀಪು? ಅವಳು ಯಾಕೆ ಸುಟ್ಟಾಕಿರೋಳು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಡೈರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ ಎಲ್ಲದನ್ನು ಬರ್ದಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆದ ಜನರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ರು. ಹೌ ದೀಸ್ 4 ಕರೇಜಿಯಸ್ members of staff members of Otto Frank, how they helped them ಹೇಳೋದನ್ನ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ಲು ಅವಳದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಫುಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಿರೋದು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪೇಪರು, ಪೆನ್ನು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಸೈಸ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ಲಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲದನ್ನು ಅವಳು ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಅದೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಜರ್ಮನ್ಸ್ ಕೈಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿತ್ತು ಹೇಳಾದ್ರೆ, ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ನಾಜಿ ಕೈಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿತ್ತು ಹೇಳಾದ್ರೆ, ಈ ಮೀಪಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಶಿ ವುಡಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬೀನ್ ಸೇಫ್. ಅವಳನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಅವಳಿನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋರು, ಇಂಪ್ರಿಸನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಸಾಯಿಸಿರೋರು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ಹೂ, ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ದ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ನಾಜಿ ಆಗಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ Meep ಮತ್ತೆ other 3 people were there, no, the members of the staff of Otto Frank. They had helped these people, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರನ್ನ ಕೊಂದು ಹಾಕಿರುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇತ್ತು. ಮೀಪ್ ಓದಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆ ಡೈರಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಉಳ್ಕೊಂತು. ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಬೈ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಓದಿದ್ದು ಹೇಳಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಶಿ ವುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬರ್ನ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಎಸ್, ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್. Next. See, mission in life. So now it is about the life of Otto Frank, the father of Anne Frank. So mission in life. A week after the Frank family had been arrested, Meep had boldly returned to the annex. A heap of papers lay on the floor. Meep recognized Anne's handwriting and decided to keep the diary, but not to read it. Had she read it, she would have found detailed information on the help she and other people had given the Frank family at the risk of their own lives, and she might well have decided to destroy the diary for reasons of safety. Okay, so you have understood, no, in this paragraph what is explained. So after the event of arrest of what children, Otto Franks and Van Dans, after a few days, who went into the annex? It was me, the typist of Otto Frank. She went into the annex. She found heap of papers on the floor. ಹೌದಾ? So floor ಮೇಲೆ paper ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಡು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ she found the handwriting of Anne Frank, and she took the diary of Anne Frank to her home, but she did not read it. How the diary was saved, I think you have understood it now. Okay. So let us see what happens later. Yes, children. So far, any doubt? Any doubt so far? Pratham Bhatt? Pratham Bhatt? Pratham Bhatt, may I speak to you? Okay. Next. Vaishnavi ji, hum. Vaishnavi? Sinchana, yes, but
Yes, Mataji.
any doubt, Marie, so far?
No, Mataji. Clear.
Huh?
No, Mataji.
No doubt. Good. Huh? Then Soumya Bhatt,
Yes, Mataji.
any doubt?
No, Mataji.
Pakka no doubt.
Huh.
Okay, good. Huh? Next, Sriharsh, any doubt?
Yes, Mataji.
Any doubt, Marie?
No, Mataji.
Okay, okay, good.
No, Mataji.
Okay, thank you, Marie. Anjali, may I speak to you? Anjali has left the meeting. Okay. Then Akshay V. Hegde. Akshay V. Hegde. Do you have enough network there to talk to me? I am missing you here. Akshay V. Hegde. I am missing your company here. Okay, I cannot speak to him. What about Animesh? Animesh? Oh, me, Animesh, I will not talk to you. Then Jeevan. Jeevan,
Yes, Mataji.
did you understand the lesson?
Yes, Mataji.
Any doubt?
No.
Okay, good. What about Darshan? Darshan,
Yes, Mataji.
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಪಾಠ?
ಹಾ ಮಾತಾಜಿ.
ಚಲೋ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಉಂಟಾ?
ಹಾ.
ಹೌದು. ಓಕೆ, ಗುಡ್. ಎಸ್. ದೆನ್ ನೂತನ್. Nutan? Nutan, yes, may I speak to you?
Yes, Mataji.
Understanding the lesson?
Yes.
ಡೌಟು, ಗುಮಾನಿ, ಸಂಶಯ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಉಂಟಾ ಮತ್ತೆ?
No.
ಸಂದೇಹ, ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ನು ಯಾವುದು ಇಲ್ಲ?
No.
ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್. ಎಸ್, ಶಲ್ ವಿ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ? ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಶ್ರೇಯಾ ಹೆಗಡೆ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಶ್ರೇಯಾ ಹೆಗಡೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದು ನೀನ್ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ? ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡುವ ಪಾಠ?
Yes, Mataji.
Very good. Thank you very much. Yes, let us see further. So it took Otto Frank many weeks to finish reading what his dead child had written. Sorry. It took Otto Frank many weeks to finish reading what his dead child had written. He broke down after every few pages. As his old mother was still alive, she had emigrated to Switzerland, where other near relatives lived. He started copying the manuscript for her. Some passages which he felt to be too intimate or which might hurt other people's feelings were left out by him. The idea of publishing the diary did not enter his mind. He gave one typed copy to a close friend who lent it to a professor. Okay. So now what happened? Otto Frank started reading the diary written by Anne Frank, and he took weeks. Okay. He took weeks to finish reading what his dead daughter had written. See how what emotional situation it is, children. See, already he has lost his family, no? he had no aim to live. For whom he had to work, for whom he had to live. Huh? So life has become what, children? Zero now. He had no aim in the life at all, right? Huh? ಪಾಪ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟದ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ now he is reading the diary written by his dead child. So who was very, what, children, enthusiastic about life. ಜೀವ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಬದುಕಬೇಕು, ಜೀವಿಸಬೇಕು, ಆ ಲೈಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಅಷ್ಟು ಸಣ್ಣ ಮಗು, 13 ವರ್ಷದ ಮಗು. She had planned what she had to become in her career. She wanted to be a journalist. She wanted to publish a book. That's why. So she was so lively and she was very alive. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಅಂತ ಮಗು ತೀರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ. ಅವಳು ಬರೆದಿರುವಂತಹ ಡೈರಿಯನ್ನ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಪ್ಪ. It took means weeks for him to complete, because while reading each and every line he used to break down. ಪಾಪ ಹೊತ್ತು ಇಡೋರು. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಮಗಳ ನೆನಪೇ ಸಾಕಾಗ್ತದೆ ತಂದೆಗೆ, ದುಃಖ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಕಳೆದೋದಾಗ, ತೀರ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ. ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ he is reading about his daughter, what she wanted to become, what did she dream, ಹೌದಾ? ಅವಳ ಆಸೆ. She had written about her longings, she had written about her loneliness and her unconditional love for her father, ಹೌದಾ? ಅವಳು ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗಿಂತ ಇಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಅವಳ ಅಪ್ಪನ್ನ. ಸೊ ಅಪ್ಪನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಅವಳ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅವಳು ಆ ಡೈರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಳು. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಶಿ ಲವ್ಡ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಹೇಳೋದನ್ನ. ನೌ she is not there, ಹೌದಾ? So how that father might have felt, that you have to imagine. Okay, so ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಮಗುವನ್ನ, ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರತಿ ನಿಮಿಷ ಬದುಕುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಮಗುವನ್ನ ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಆ ತಂದೆಗೆ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, you have to imagine. So he had at least ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ದೇವರು ಅವರ ಜೀವನಕ್ಕೆ ಉಳಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ he had his grandmother, I think, right? In Switzerland, what is written there? As his mother. Okay, he had his mother. ಹೌದಾ? ಬದುಕಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಹೋಪ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅವರಿಗೆ. He had his mother, ಹೌದಾ? ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಮದರ್. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರ ಸಲುವಾಗಾರು ಅವಳ ಎದುರಿಗೆ ತಾನು ಸಾಯ್ಬಾರ್ದಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ he had a little hope, ಹೌದಾ? So his old mother, she had settled in Switzerland. She emigrated to Switzerland, where other relatives lived there. For her, okay, he started to copy that manuscript. Manuscript ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಕ್ಕಳು? ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಿರುವಂತದ್ದು. ಓಕೆ, ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದನ್ನ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ಯುಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸರ್ ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ? ಅಡಿ ಈಗ ಬರ್ತೇನೆ. So he started to write that manuscript. He started to type that manuscript. Manuscript ಅನ್ನ ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಯಾರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ? ಅವರ ಅಮ್ಮನ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಷ್ಟ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಹೇಳುವಂತಹ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಇರ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದನ್ನ ವಿಚಾರನೆ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಮುಂದೇನಾಗ್ತದೆ, that we have to see in our next period. Okay, so here we have to end the class, children. Don't know whether it will be possible for Devraj sir to attend the class or not. Let us see. If it is possible, he will attend the class, he will take the class. Otherwise, I will message in the group. Okay, yes. So let us end the class here. Wait for 10 minutes. Just to check my message in your WhatsApp group. Then decide whether you have the class or not. Okay. Yeah, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, let us continue our lesson. Read the lesson thoroughly. If you find any difficulty there, yes, find it out. Let us discuss it in our next period. Thank you very much.